Hi. So I wanted to jump on really quick and tell you that I'm attempting to take me and my children to out because I think that I can speak for a lot of the moms, maybe not all of them, but probably most of them. I remember being nervous to take Kingston out when I was, because you just have one and everything is new, so you get nervous to take him out by yourself, and it's like the first time in the stroller, and then once you get the hang of it, you're fine. However, having two, I just loaded the stroller into the car, and it's like the size of a bus. And I don't even know where. So I made a decision. So first off, it's like we just stay in the house. I actually even said something to my husband about it, either last night or today, where I was like, we can't just always stay in the house because it's easier. It just is. It is what it is. It's easier to stay in. If the kids have a fit, if they're tired, if they're hungry, everything. Like, hasn't made a peep now that I'm recording and we're not moving. She's having she's gonna start, acting up. So anyways, it's just easier to be at home. However, I am somebody, especially now that I'm not saying that I have to be outside every single day, and of course there are going to be days where I'm like, I just don't have it, we're staying home. I'm not, it doesn't matter how bad. The thought of even loading everyone up, getting everyone together, it takes an hour just to get out of the house, to make sure everyone is dressed, everyone's hair's done, everyone, looks presentable, everyone is fed, everyone is just ready to go, right? The sun is blinding. So anyways, I told myself there are quite a few people at our church that are doing, it's like a Galentine's event, but there's a bunch of different vendors because we have a ton of entrepreneurs at our church. And so I was like, you know what? I told my husband, like, I got home because I went out to brunch today. I don't even do that. Like, I finally gave in, okay, fine, I'll meet you guys for brunch. So I got myself together, and then I got home and I was like, man, I really wish that we could have gone, because for a family, we had to pick between the two, because Devontae had to leave to get his hair cut, and then he works at 4. So, and this event is until 5 o'clock. Now it's 4:16. I am really pushing, because by the time I got home and got settled and actually made up, I was home by 2:30, and I was just like, man, I'm like, I really wish we could have gone to that. And Devontae's like, well, you still can. And in my mind, I was like, you still can. I'm like, what do you mean I still can? Because I have the kids. And I realized that is just not a great perspective. And I've had this thought for a while, and then I actually did see another mom post something on it, and how to change, because you don't want them to be loud, you don't want them to be disruptive, you don't want them to what's the word I'm looking for? You don't want them to bother anybody else. You don't want them to be a burden on anybody else. You don't want them, God forbid they throw themselves on the floor. You just don't want them to be an inconvenience to anybody else around you. And at the end of the day, I will tell you this. There is one thing that the Lord told me when I got pregnant with Kingston. It might have even been before I got pregnant, but he made it very clear. And apparently this was something in my heart, because it wasn't a thought that I had. So because he knows our heart, he spoke to me, to my heart, to something that I believe, which has come up since having kids, is that, the Lord told me your children are not going to hinder your call. And And I don't believe just hinder my call, but hinder me from, I'm a people person. I like to meet people. I'm in a job where I can't just be a recluse. I can't just be a hermit and be at home and not go out and do stuff. And as much as I would love to say that, we have help, but like they have to come with one of us. So it's going to have to be me learning how to take 2 kids, yes, a baby, and not 2 kids at an age where they can both walk, both get themselves in their car seat. I'm not letting years go by waiting for my kids to be old enough to enjoy going to this event, especially when Saturdays are few and far between that we usually have off because we're always working, especially during wedding season. So, we will work a Saturday, but sometimes it's nice to just have, because Saturdays are such long days during wedding season for such a long period of time. It's nice to have a Saturday like this and not have to have any, not having to be anywhere or not having a day that's fully booked and being able to go to an event. But I got home and I wasn't going to do it because I didn't want to do all of the stuff that comes with it. And I was like, okay, Jolene, either you're going to do all the stuff that comes with it, get your kids together and get them out of the house, even if it takes you an hour, and even if I get to only go and spend a half an hour, I get to go and spend a half an hour, and support people who I love to pieces and not have any regrets and not wait. I'm done waiting for my kids, having the thought that I have to wait. And you should be too. If you're a mama and you have kids and you have all of this fear, because there is a lot of fear and anxiety, but it's only there because you've never done it. So the only way to get rid of it is to just go out and do it and get them dressed and get them and pack some snacks. Kingston loves a snack. I wasn't able to pump my milk is kind of like, it has like tapered, so it's just like normal. I can feed her through the night, I can feed her during the day, but to pump and have the surplus that I had, like, yes, I pump in the morning, I'll pump like halfway through the day, but I'm not pumping every 3 hours because I just don't need to. So I had to defrost some milk and put, my friend got me this really cool, she gave it to me, it's a thermal, I put hot water in it, so if she needs a bottle, then she's ready and I'm not looking for hot water and, blah, blah, blah. But I did all the things because it's 2023 and I'm sorry. There were a lot of promises that God spoke over us, and one of the things was that you had to go after it. And I'm not staying at home. I'm not staying locked up, cooped up, shut up, whatever the ups are, to not live or to not meet people or to not, you have no idea, just by being out and getting myself together and feeling beautiful and feeling like, okay, I've come so far and I've done, I am just excited. And so I just wanted to encourage somebody, because I'm sure I've rambled this whole time, that you should do the same thing. And even if you don't have kids and it just seems like too much, life is, we are not, there are times where I will sit and think, and I just am like overwhelmed with God's, like, just His grace and His mercy. Because the fact, and I think we brush it off sometimes, that the fact that we're breathing, like, everyone's like, the fact that you have breath in, and sometimes you're just like, yeah, okay, breath in, like, no, we're not promised. We're not promised tomorrow. You're not promised the next breath that you take. We are not, we're not promised these things. And so I decided that I want to live. And I'm not going to not live just because I have kids now. And you shouldn't not live because of whatever you have going on. Like, get out there, pack some snacks, pack yourself a snack, pack your kids a snack, a bottle, you know, and go meet some people. Put on some lipstick, put on some fun shoes. I had fun shoes on earlier. My husband was like, I hate those shoes, but I love them on you. I said, I love them. They had big sequins bows on them because they're me. And I was so excited about them. And I was just excited. And now I'm going to this Galentine's Day. Kingston is looking at me like, what is my mom doing? But he's eating a snack, and he's fine. And he's going to be fine when we get in there. Yeah. So, anyways, I love you guys, and I hope you have a great